My kitchen is starting to smell good. Welcome back to Joyful Half Acres, friends. I am Kim and I am doing some canning today. And right now, I've got grapes cooking in my kitchen. It smells delicious in here. This is March 2nd. Oh, March 2nd already. That I'm cooking these. And last fall in September, I believe, a friend called and said, hey, you want any grapes? And at the time I'm like, oh, I do not have time for this. I can't do it. I was just dealing with a lot and I said, I can't do it. And my friend said, well, you know, you could always just take them off the stems and then freeze them. So then that convinced me. I said, okay, yes, I will have time later. I do want them because these are so yummy grapes. They are Concord grapes and they delicious. So I got the grapes and ended up with 6-gallon bags full of cleaned, destemmed grapes. So this morning, yesterday, I got them out of the freezer and stuck them in pots and they are cooking now. I want to, here soon, I really need to clean out my deep freezes. They are frosting over and I really got to get them cleaned out. So I decided to start with getting this stuff that I need to can out. I also have these tomatoes I need to can. These are from last year's garden. That was the same type of thing. I said, oh, I just cannot deal with these, but they need canned. So in the freezer they went, and I'm going to take care of them today too. This will clear out lots of freezer space. That's like, what, 11 bags, 12 bags? Yeah, 12-gallon bags of stuff out of my freezer, and that will be nice. So I've got a busy day ahead of me. I'm not sure what I'm doing with these tomatoes yet because I don't know how thawed they will be. I left them in the freezer overnight, and I really should have put them in the refrigerator and let them sit out a little bit. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them for sure. But I'll heat them up and figure out something. I might just end up heating them up and then blending them and making sauce. But even that would be great, having some pasta sauce. Ooh, that sounds good actually. I love to make homemade salsa with homegrown tomatoes. But since these aren't fresh and I don't have any green peppers today, we're probably just going to go with sauce. And these grapes are going to be turned into grape jelly and grape juice. Makes delicious grape juice. And I don't even like grape juice. I really don't. But this stuff tastes good. All right, here's my grapes. They're all cooked down. That is just 3 pounds of grapes and 2 cups of water. And then I used like a potato masher to mash them up to get more of the juice out. Cooked them just a little bit, enough for the juice to come all out of them. And now I'm going to strain them with this, lay them in here, and then the seeds and stuff will go to the, I don't know if the chickens can have them or not. I'm not sure. Oh, see, I'm already trying to do this left-handed. The seeds will go to either the garden or the chicken, depending, and then all that yummy juice will be either turned into juice or jelly. I got my grape juice in jars and a batch in my canner that's going now. I've got 6 quarts in my canner of grape juice plus 2 quarts, 3 quarts here. 2 quarts and 2 pints is 3 quarts. I did not do grape juice or jelly because I realized I'm out of sugar. I'm gonna have to get some from the store, but since I'm gonna have the grape juice canned, I can just dump it out of the jars and make grape juice or grape jelly from the juice really easily. And this grape juice, I don't put any sugar in it. I just can it with just the grapes, and I haven't ever had any problem with it. It should be fine. It will not sit on the shelf very long anyway before we drink it. Honestly, I could even store it in the fridge if I was worried about it, but I'm not. It's just straight grape juice in the canner. I'm sure I probably should have put like lemon juice or something in it to help the acidity, but I think it'll be fine. I'm not worried about it. It's not gonna last long in this house. So then after I got that started, that was a chore. My tomatoes that I had, 5-gallon bags of them, still had the peels on them. And I have made sauce before with the peels on it, and I just don't like the chunks of the peel in it. So I peeled all of the peels off, but they're still half frozen. So whew, that was cold on the hands. And they're in here heating up, thawing, and as they thaw, I will stir them up and stuff. And after they get done thawing out basically, then I'm going to run them through the blender and get them all blended up. And then I will make them into sauce. I'll add some spices to it, heat it back up, and then get it canned. Second canner load in, and I lost one. Luckily it was one of the pints, but now I'm a pint down. I stuck them in there and I heard a pop, and then my water starts turning purple. The bottom of it broke. I've had that happen multiple times before, but I will admit I use my canning jars for like cups and stuff, so they are used a lot. It's not just for canning, so that might be why, because they do get a lot of use, and maybe it had a hairline crack or something I didn't know about. So I'm sure it's my fault, but 1 quart down, or pint down. Well, it looks like I'm gonna have to wait a minute to finish the tomatoes tomorrow, because I was not prepared. Sometimes I don't prepare properly. I didn't get any lemon juice. I looked in my Bald Blue book, canning recipe book, and for tomato sauce, and it says bottled lemon juice, and I don't have any. And I knew that. I know you need it, but I forget these things sometimes, and I forget that I'm out of them. So I'm going to pause on this. I will finish it in this video, but pause after I get the tomatoes finished defrosting and blended up. I'll just stick it in the fridge and tomorrow finish this video. But I am going to be able to have the grape juice done. Like I say, I might just store them in the fridge. They're canned, but fridge too, since I didn't add anything to them. I really should have. I think I should have. Okay, I found a grape juice recipe in the Bald Blue book. This is my older one. And it does say to add sugar to it. So maybe that's what helps preserve it. I'm not sure. But that's okay. It'll be all right. I'll just store them in the fridge. So if you need to know how to can, the Bald Blue book is a great place to look. There is a dozens of other canning books that you can look into, but I love canning. And I haven't done it in a while though, because I just didn't do any last year, I don't think at all, for a whole year. And I'm really enjoying doing it today. Just knowing that you have fresh food preserved for the future and it's ready there and it's something that you did personally, it's just a good feeling. And that's what I'm going to do with all of my plants. In one of my previous videos here within the last week or two, I talked about starting plant starts in the house, and I'm going to have a lot, I think. If everything grows and stays alive when I put it outside, I should have a lot of produce. So I should be able to can a lot. I used to can all my salsa for an entire year. I would try to make sure I had enough for a year, and I'm going to try to do that again this year, because I have been for probably 8-10 months now buying salsa at the store. And it's not bad, but it's just not as good as homemade. So I am looking forward to a fall full of canning. And some of the stuff that I am growing, I will be freezing too. Like if I have broccoli, cauliflower, and that extra, I'll be freezing that for sure. And the cabbage, if I have any of that, I will be fermenting, and I'll bring you along as I do that. I've done that before and it's really good. So anyway, I love preserving food. Haven't done it in a while, and I'm excited to get back to doing it more. Okay, friends, I have a problem. Maybe I'm just being over cautious or a little neurotic. It's possible. but I think my tomatoes smell funny. They look fine. I don't know, they just kind of smell off a little bit. So now I'm wondering if I even should use them and should make sauce, because I don't want to get my family sick. I'm a little worried about that. I actually here just a few weeks ago had a ham that I got on clearance at the grocery store. It was pretty cheap, but I used it. I left it in the fridge for like 5-6 days, and then I cooked it. And when I cooked it, it was kind of slimy, and it just didn't look right. So I turned it into pet food because I don't waste anything around here. Even if it's something I won't eat, my pets will eat about anything. I've got something, cat, dog, chickens, something will eat it. So do I can this, or do I turn it into chicken food and just dump it out there? They would love it. That would be a really good, really good treat for my chickens. But then I have all the work from saving the tomatoes, just peeling them this morning, getting them heated up, all that work down the drain. But not really, because it is chicken food. So it's not a complete waste, right? I'm trying to talk myself into this. Plus, then I don't get my tomato sauce. Chicken food it is, I decided. So, moving on to the next project. While I'm waiting, this is almost done canning. I'm making a pizza crust. Homemade, gluten-free, keto actually, pizza crust. And all it is 2 tablespoons cream cheese, 1.5 cups mozzarella cheese, and then when that melts a little bit, I'll put in 1/4 cup Parmesan cheese, 2 eggs, and 1 1/4 cup almond flour. Stir it all up, and that will be my keto pizza crust. My teenage son asked for breakfast pizza the other morning and asked if I could make some, and so I told him I would sometime this week. And so this is a perfect day to make the crust, because tonight for supper we're having breakfast with eggs, bacon, sausage gravy, biscuits, keto biscuits. And so I will just the leftover sausage, bacon, and eggs, I will throw on a pizza in the morning. I'll have the the crust already done, and we'll have breakfast pizza in the morning. Doesn't that sound delicious? And that's it. Got all my grape juice done. And just because they're, ooh, I heard a pop. Because they're in the video. Aren't these cups adorable? They're like coffee cups. Love them. They came from Home Goods. It's such a cool store. Anyway, I like them cups. But yes, my grape juice is done. And my pizza crust is done. Well, I feel like I've accomplished a lot today. I got that grape juice canned. I got the pizza crust done, which means I got all the grapes 6-gallon bags out of my freezer. I got 5-gallon bags of tomatoes out of my freezer, and that's chicken food. That's okay. I'd rather feed it to them than to eat something that smells a little off. It smells funny, yeah. So all in all, I feel very accomplished today, which is nice. It is so good to be back to canning and makes me feel really good. So thanks for watching today, friends. I hope you'll like this video, subscribe to my channel, and continue to join me in this joy-filled life. Thanks. Bye.